Alright everybody, I'm going to try and make this as fast as possible. I wanted to do a veteran update for Juggernaut Edition.
Hello there. We got some people out there who need your help.
Fuck, Greenwood. Fuck off.
No, this is kind of a rush job.
I will go help.
Hang on, I'm coming to you.
But, yeah, I wanted to do what things to... Can you shut up already? Things to expect for... Who are these people? Who the fuck are you guys?
Hey, what's up?
I think I'm supposed to come here, idiots. I went to the house that but anyway, things you should expect that I thought were important to mention that are going to affect, or how it's going to affect veteran players. Now, for new players, I think it is the best edition you can get, and if you have a choice of getting that or the one on disc, I would definitely get that one.
It's empty to me.
Because it seems very geared towards, at least this update,
better move on.
New players. Okay? For veteran players, what has changed that's important? The tutorial, okay? So no longer is Camp Osprey the tutorial, and then you pick a town where you want to go to. Now, when you finish Camp Osprey tutorial, you go right to the new map, Providence. There is no picking a map for tutorial. I don't think that's necessarily a good idea, but it is what it is. So, if you play the tutorial, which I'm sure a lot of us will do, even veteran players, at least one time, you only get to go to Providence map. And it's a double tutorial, meaning that there's a lot. Camp Osprey is, you know, part of the tutorial, or used to be pretty much the tutorial. And then there was a little bit on whatever map you chose, but now it's a really big. It's basically, like I said, a double tutorial. I'm not joking. So know that if you pick the tutorial, you can only do one map. Another thing, very, very important, which they didn't touch on, which they did touch on a little bit, but I make sure. In settings, in controls, you have remap controls, where you can remap the keys however you like for the play style. I like the default controls how they've always been since the beginning. I don't want to change them. They've made a new control scheme. They've juggled some of the buttons around. And if you're a veteran player like myself, you're probably not going to like it. You may, but if you don't, there's no way to go back. That's my point here. There's no way to go back. So what I wanted to show here so you guys can see, and as a mental note for myself as well, this is the default control scheme. So if you do decide to switch to the new one and you want to go back, this is what you will have, how it is, just so you know. And you can pause at any time. But yeah, you can see a lot of things are not mapped that can be mapped, including quick finisher. That's a new thing that they did. But this is the scheme now. So if you like it how it is now, make note of this, because if you accidentally change it, you're not going to know how to go back. Because at the end of this list, I'm going kind of a little faster here, but, you know, take screenshots, whatever you got to do. But at the end of this list, what I want to mention on is reset all bindings. Now, once the Juggernaut Edition comes out, if you hit this, it changes you to the new control scheme. If you have never played the game, you get the new control scheme, okay? But once you hit this, there is no go back to original defaults. So it will change a lot of this stuff, okay? And then you won't know, if you don't like it, you're not going to know how to go back. So that was the purpose of me going through here. I think that's important to know. Influence and prestige. They did clarify that the influence is not being raised. So influence is only going to be, as it is, 9,999. It will not go any higher. Prestige, they did say that cap is being raised to 99,999.
Sounds like somebody's in trouble.
But they did not say they're adding anything new to Daybreak. They did not say there's going to be a new multiplier or anything to let you gain more points. Nothing. So
I need to finish that one.
hopefully they do add something that gives you more points, because right now the grind for points for me really isn't worth it. Though I will play I will play Daybreak more, obviously, so I can get over my 9,999.
Saw me in 2 miles must have heard that.
Oh, the fuck is this? Cap? Bomber hat. Awesome. Still finding stuff. So yeah, another thing, your legacy survivors, your existing communities, unless you're moving from Xbox or any other version to the new Steam version, all of your stuff is carrying over. Oh shit! All of your stuff is carrying over. So your legacy pool, your existing communities, if you're going from just Xbox to the Juggernaut version, or even from the Windows to the Xbox version, everything your save, everything is safe. Okay? So that was very important for them to clarify, and that is it. There are new cars, or at least new car skins being added to the game, from what I could see and from what they touched on a little bit. They did show one, the Ranger vehicle. Not a big deal, but it is cool that they did that. Another thing they mentioned, what was I going to say, damn it, what was I going to say? This guy just walk off? Yeah, so there's nothing to Daybreak that they're upgrading. Everything's going to be the same price. They didn't add new items or anything, which I think they should have done in Daybreak. Maybe they will. There isn't.
I need help! Please, I'm not falling!
I'll get you
Obviously, the biggest thing is we're getting a new map. You can move an existing community you even have right now to that new Providence map. And you can also, obviously, do a new community and start on that map. Now, there is...
Oh, thank you. I thought I'd be in real trouble out here.
You are in real trouble. I am the champion.
I feel like hell.
Yeah.
Might be the blood plague.
What do you give me? Network Guide to Eating Right? I don't want that. That's bullshit. Give me the fucking Lycanology book, you piece of shit. Yeah, so legacy, save, all that stuff is good. A lot of it is geared toward new players, like I said, and those are the main things. Other than that, the new map and the heavy weapons, those are going to be the main things for us. The remapping of the keys, the prestige increase. That's it, other than the graphical improvements and stuff like that. But I really think the control scheme, I'm telling you, mark what I have on the screen. So you have it. Just screenshot it, or you can just watch the video. I'll have this up, obviously. So you know, if you don't like the new control scheme, or if you want to try it, but you want to know what the old one is, it'll be here for you guys. I will probably try it. Actually, I probably won't, because I just don't want to. You know what I mean? I've been playing a year and a half, maybe more, with this, how it is. If I were to change it now, it would just screw me all up. The heavy weapons look okay, but you're going to need the powerhouse skill for that. That's a problem for me. I don't like that skill. Never have. And I'm not going to respec my existing survivors for the powerhouse Shut up, Twain.
You can ignore it for a while, but it's just gonna get worse.
Over the marathon skill, that is my skill. And that was really basically the whole, the rest of the stream they did, which was over an hour, was just all about the noob stuff they added, or new player on-ramping. So this update is obviously more geared towards newer players, which is fine. I understand they want to get newer people to play the game. That's cool. But they didn't change anything other than they gave us a map. They didn't change. Obviously, they redid the graphics. They're supposed to talk about that in their next update. Also wanted to quickly mention that the research territories has changed. Normally, from Command Center, when you researched new territories, it gave you 3 exit points on the map. But since there's 4 maps now, they couldn't add another. So what they did instead, is since we can select maps, is you can go to any exit now, and it's not specific to a map. So you go to any exit, the closest one to you, and then you'll have a choice to pick the new map or the old 3 maps. The other thing I wanted to mention, which I think is kind of important, for standard, and they said...
I think we're gonna be okay for a while.
For standard and dread, they said this doesn't apply to Nightmare, but for standard and dread, when you kill the first Plague Heart, it reveals all of the other Plague Hearts on the map. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad change. I mean, for standard, I guess it's cool, but dread, I don't know. But Nightmare will be the only one you got to search for Plague Hearts, seems to be, and they may remove that. Because it seems nobody's using the locate Plague Heart command. Probably because it's 350 influence. If they dropped it to like 50 influence, I think people would use it. But 350 influence to find one Plague Heart? I mean, come on. Who the hell was going to use that anyway? One other thing I wanted to mention, since I'm already out here by the bounty broker, is any of the weapons from the fearsome footage and the go bag are going away. For how long, who knows. So...
I better shoot it before it gets close.
I don't have a weapon. Fuck is this stupid guy. So, you'll want to load up on any of these things that you like before next week, actually, because that's when the update drops.
Make yourself at home.
There are some good things in those two. Like, from here, I mostly like the melee weapons, but definitely these. If you haven't unlocked these things,
Goodbye now.
do those bounties, because those are clothing, and you know, you unlock it, and then it's unlocked for good.
Might we chat for a bit?
So definitely do these 2 bounties, the skeleton hoodie and the Juggernaut mask, because these are going to be gone. The go bag doesn't have any clothing in it, so the guns, I like this one and the carbine. This one isn't bad. These are actually not bad weapons, so grab whatever you like from here. And from here, definitely do these 2 bounties at the very least, because these 2, as it says, are both going away next week.
Take care.
And unless somebody gives them to you, you ain't going to be able to get them for who knows how long. And I think that's it. That people that are veterans of the game are pretty much going to have to know. Not have to know, but are going to be changes that we have to worry about. Or not worry about, depending on how you look at it. I don't fucking know. Whatever. That's it.